YouTube and Twitch community. Today we're gonna body a mother freaking space rocks. Who knows? Hoboes comes with all flavors. So, accompanying me for this cesspit of a stream, Savage. Good friends with the bell. Yeah, that's gonna be about it for now. Later on today, we're gonna be tackling some of the Blaze Blue. I want to get better with Izanami. Don't know how it's gonna go, but hey, she has a BBB skin. What could go wrong? And that pretty much covers it, unless I try to complete the El Chevalier on Gonna Breaker 3. But at that point, I don't want to speak out of turn. So for all those interested, welcome to the stream. Otherwise, doors right there, guys. Let it dudes, and let's go. Ugh. Next map. Yeah, you were right. It's about we're gonna be bodying that rock. Fucking space almost. Ah! By the way, Savage, am I coming out too loud?
Yeah,
Sorry, dude.
me and my buddy recently did that map ourselves. Oh, the yeah wasn't about your volume.
What's about my volume? What's about my volume, Savage?
You were apologizing for being too loud, but I was still responding to that we... I better switch to Discord.
Wait, no, you can switch to Discord now. We're done tweaking the audio. Where is Gilliam? Oh, there he is. Sorry for throwing you in the loop, Savage. I'll be buying a new headset soon, or rather, a new mic, which will allow me to use my better headset, so I'll be able to hear shit. Ugh, my hearing is busted right now. So let's see. Alright, I just have to chart through on this map, and it's something about. No, that's when we have. Okay.
I could be too low volume myself.
You were the low volume?
I don't have a loud voice.
Oh, it's alright. I've heard worse, to be honest. But part of the problem that's not helping is that I'm part daft as well, so as I try to hear you, I'm trying to... Sometimes it's a struggle for me and people to communicate. You must stay behind and protect the ship! Or I could walk forward and heal everything in my path. Let's go!
The best defense is wiping out the enemy.
Oh yeah. Chuck a nuke in the middle, there you go. No one's gonna come and contest you. Oh, well that just happened. Is Raygun point enough to kill one? No, looks like it. Yep. That's one generic mook down the door. Done so. Oh, yes, spirit.
You switched a few pilots around, it seems.
Yo, you bet I did. One of the big one is my inner sister Aya. Those are one of the big swap I did.
Yeah, I had a suspicion with that on a screenshot in one of your video sections.
I put Aya in the Mai is in the XX main.
Not a bad choice.
She outputs DPS. I found the art one to be a bit lackluster in damage, but what she's doing with the XX main, holy.
Hey, the X-Bind is basically the new Gundam in the OG verse, so anyone who's even remotely a new type works in that thing.
Yep. By the time I reach scenario 40, I will max every single one of the mechs you guys see in the map.
I kind of wonder if we get to keep that thing in the next game.
The Belzaluk Brigandi?
The
Rabbit?
X-Bind.
Oh, the XX Spine. Oh, I'm gonna go to a little tirade. Oh, go ahead.
Would be nice if they stayed around.
Who would be nice if they sit around?
But the X-Bind basically for the whole Aang/Cobra potential plot.
Yeah, I'm expecting, due to Cobra being a thing that, I mean, I'm about to go to tirade here, so I can only be so accurate here, and I've never played Alpha 3, but from what I gathered from the Alpha 3 plot, as well as what they might be trying to do, they want the data that Cobra, they want the data that Ig has, because he's the last one that has seen Yuzet Goto, as he was still part of the Adamtron back then, right? So I think they'll actively, by they I mean the Golden Gore team, I think they're actively going to seek out the X-Main. I'm expecting,
Probably.
yeah. I'm expecting Villetta, I'm expecting Gilliam, I'm expecting Ig to be big characters. Villetta being a clone. Ig, well, being an X-Men, and basically their older generation, maybe, as well as a component of the Adamtron. And since we are going to be using the gates maybe for traveling as well, likely or not, we're going to be making our way. We will be making our way to the Z Balmari Empire in the third game. So that's where, because of all the traveling implied, I think Gilliam's going to be another big character. Big dimensional jumper and all.
Probably.
We do murder one of his creation as the last boss of this game, which is XLN.
Those several seconds delay between your voice on the stream and Discord is annoying.
Oh, you can just mute the stream. It's honestly the best I can do though for now.
For chatting at least.
Oh yeah, I get you, dude. If I had a way to shorten the time lag between what I say, well, what we discuss and basically the stream, I would do it, dude, in a heartbeat. Unfortunately for me, this is the best I can do right now.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just have to mute the stream and unmute Discord.
Yup, yup.
So it's that running. Definitely some interesting plot twists they've used in Moon Dwellers, as far as I've been able to tell.
It's an interesting plot twist for them to use the Moon Dwellers.
Oh, the plot twists they've used in Moon Dwellers.
I agree with
Here
that.
and there.
Part of me wished I could have played though the previous game in English so I understood what was the ruin of, you know, Josh and Rib's story.
There is an archive section in the main menu, which is also translated.
Yep, that it basically sums up what I managed to learn from it.
Grant is not as best as actually playing the previous game, but yeah, one has to make do.
Oh, part of me was hoping they would at one point decide to take, like, let's say the engine they got right now running for Moon Dwellers and be like, hey, here's a compilation of OG 1 through 4. Boom.
They might.
That way people would know what the shit is going on. Bull Stuckaless!
Oh, we still have some potentially wacky original units that could end up in the OG line still.
Yes!
We have an actual witch on a broom from the Wii game, if I recall correctly.
What?
The real type original in Neo for the Wii was literally a witch on a broom.
This is nutty.
You say would probably adore the darn thing.
You bet he would have.
Much to Aya and Natuni's dismay. Maya and Natuni's dismay, sorry.
Goodbye.
And then of course we have the entire family from W. Oh boy, that thing gets in.
Barrow really can't wait to have those guys. I'm sort of interested if that's the Valzacard crew, just making sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They would probably have a heart attack in the darn thing.
I could see them introduce the Valzacard if... Well, let's say the plot of Alpha 3 is going to be about investigating. I mean, yeah, Cobra's going to be with us, and that's going to be its own plot, but I wouldn't be surprised if, as we go into the Z Balmari Empire, because of problem, you know, we're now taking the fight to them, I wouldn't be surprised if the last boss of the game actually uncovered the Crossgate in that section of space. And using that, they could have the plot that they either discover the Valzacard inside, or we're gonna go inside and find it.
Maybe.
I mean, it's supposed to be a made to survive the Big Bang of its own universe and stuff like that. They could simply make it.
To that effect.
So they could simply said, hey, it survived the whatever event was needed to reset the universe, because you have those mechanical beings, those mechanical gods going from Crossgate to Crossgate seeding life. And that's why all the worlds with Crossgates had a god in some measure. For the Fury, we had Furlame, which is basically an guaranteed. The whatchamacall in Master Sinku Coffin with the Granton cast and Mazaki, they had Cybuster with the God of Wind. I don't know what we have on Earth. I would debate XLN from Gilliam, but we could just kill that guy. So yeah, I'm part of me is like, hey, maybe, just maybe, we're gonna be seeing new stuff soon with that.
design something entirely new, not just recycle stuff.
Yeah, this is exactly what they did with Moon Dwellers. I want to see some good animations. Let's go nuts with Vector Break Maggot! Yeah! Come on!
It's Bettina, I believe. She's aggressive enough for the darn thing.
You smash people with a freaking pair of pliers, katana, and a bunch of machine guns. Yeah, that's Katina in a nutshell.
On my own run, I had her and Russell in the Gruger's Type 3.
That's actually funny to imagine.
The sword attack. Russell, get me a grindstone. When it was all said and done. Although I think that's also the, well, save sketch I like best. You know, we make a quick save, then exit to the main title, we get those sketches.
Yes.
There's one Katina actually being kind and passing out energy drinks.
Passing out on what? Energy drinks?
Yes.
Oh no!
And especially the being kind part.
Wow.
But Tasku even goes too far as to saying whether she's being controlled by Madnet. Katina doesn't take that too well.
This is probably why she's never nice to people. Every time she is, people think it's a how do I call
Okay,
it?
what did you do with the real Katina?
Yeah, I just forgot what it was. A conspiration plan. So it's like, what? She's forced to be a dick. Poor girl.
Well, if I recall correctly, she was a bit of a villain in the card game she's supposed to be from.
I'm not even surprised. Never knew she wasn't from a card game though, but I'm not even surprised.
Well, she has a somewhat evil-looking mech for the card game, but it might still be on Gate of Magus, I think.
Really? Damn.
Granted, that site has been updated in years, but still a decent reference.
I still give it a go. Also, I find it funny they did the Gate of Magus. Let's see. Just realized one thing I wanted to change for a while here. System. Blake would cry, but bite me.
It's nice to change music from time to time.
You should have seen Blake's reaction the first time he seen Ariane. It was like, what? Kyosuke's not with excellence. Heresy!
Ariel and Kyosuke is a tiny bit weaker in terms of the combination attack, but they both fit.
Yeah,
I never went for a three-way with them.
And then Ariane missed one of her treatment and she goes a bit nuts in the bed.
There's probably a dojin somewhere for that.
Oh, I wish. I would work on that.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. I've seen a few of them, but situation I could actually have seen happen.
Alright, waifu, go nuts!
One rather funny one I've seen was indeed Kazuha drinking her own health drink, and instead of going KO, she pretty much pounces bullets.
She pounces what?
Pounces on bullets.
Oh! What could go wrong?
Excellent, having seen that, also tries it. She, however, does get knocked out.
You know, one of the funniest reaction to that I've seen was actually Lamia.
In the series,
Yeah, she freaking shuts down.
and Kazuha has red evil eyes in that particular scene as well.
Fun fact though, when she awakened, she was actually at the maximum capacities. I guess it sort of works.
Well, she's biological based, I think.
I actually meant the drinks, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the W series were biological in some sense. Speaking of W series, you're about to see Lamia in action.
Yeah. I once tried a little thing in the game with Lamia, and apparently they actually made a trophy for that. It was tossing Lamia into the dispensed Haken and using the strongest attack.
Yes, strongest sister trophy as well.
Yes, the dialogue between the two was brilliant as well.
Part of me is hoping the next OG title is going to give us the upgrade to the Al Tyson. And the Riot Voice Rider.
New ones, you mean?
Yeah?
Technically they already are upgraded, but would be nice.
The game considers the mechs to be pretty old. They sort of are when you think about it. I mean, they've been there since the GBA era, for crying out loud.
Worse. Wonder Swan. Which is basically an Asia-only version of Game Boy.
Derp. Never mind what I said.
Monocolor, even. That's how old they are.
Yeah, well, that's why I would like to see an upgraded variation. Like, have them be the testers for Gespet's Mark IV, if that's not existing yet.
Yeah, we'll probably be seeing some new units anyway. I mean, we've got the Art 1, but we still need the, well, effectively the Art 2, 3, and maybe even an Art Gun. For the whole Bampereos thing.
I'd be down for that.
Well, it was hinted at a few games before, actually. They were at least planning for the darn thing.
Oh.
What I could make dialogue, it said SRX altered. Or artered. A-R-T.
Mm-hmm. Now I think about it, there's one SRX I'd like to see, but it would have to be a boss. This SRX.
Ah, Divine Wars. Well, you never know. They are working towards getting Cobra into the OGE game, so...
Yeah?
Maybe?
There's hope.
That was a bit of a few little downsides I had in OG2. The fact Ingram never got to use his full gear in OG1 effectively also means that the protocol again. Ancestors with those machine children didn't get to use their full set of units either.
By the way, I had a little questions I sort of feel like I could ask you because you've played enough of these games. Would you be
Tried most of the games?
Yeah.
To various extents.
I've had this idea that here's what I would have wanted. I would have loved for them to give us a hub world, and I'll explain why the hub world very soon. And with that hub world, at the end of every mission, you would have had loot on the battlefield as you just murder all the cannon fodder, as you murder all those generals, demi bosses, and bosses. And what I've wanted to basically do is after you've reached a certain numbers of loot, you in the overworld, let's say you had factories roaming around, let's say you have facilities you can use, you could basically recreate those mass-produced suits that the enemy uses. If somebody wants to do a pure run of only mass-produce, they can do that. If somebody would have wanted to use only the general suits or super robots to do a pure super robot run for the insanity, they can do that.
I think Super Robot Tyson W had something to that effect, at least in part. You did get quite a few grunt suits to use.
That would be interesting. But the only ones I played personally were OG1 and 2 on GBA, Judgment, and this one. Actually, no, I also played Alpha Guide. And it was hard for me. Ugh.
Yeah, well, Alpha Gaiden is definitely one of the harder ones.
I tried to go for the hard route. And I'm a real robot user. I'll tell you what, dude. Gundam Max murdered me.
Yeah, they are good at dodging and can still hit like a truck.
Yeah. Oh, hey there.
Could be worse though.
Also, holy shit, I've been missing the comments this whole time. Hey there, Ribby, what's up? And my apologies, back to you, dude. Yeah. Oh, the headache. I was just grateful I had all the Valkyrie mechs with me, but I was really turned down by the Exabalgo crew.
Oh yeah, that's nuts.
One day until you get your chest open, mate. Oh, that's gonna get rough. Best I can say, dude, is to stay chill. I'll help with that.
Well, Alpha Gaiden was fairly hard at certain points. And, well, the final mech you never have to worry about in OG second. Thankfully.
The final mech. You
The
mean,
boss.
what?
The boss of that particular faction.
The Machine Children?
Yeah.
Was there final mech?
The Bergomir were still elite grunts. The Fredgomir was basically the elite bodyguard. And then we had a little thing called the Aurgelmir, or however you're supposed to pronounce it. I'll type it in the chat for a moment.
Fair enough. So you had Sanger clone as cannon fodders?
No, the Fredgomir was a unique unit, with Zanger himself in it. But those Bergomir things, that those clones of Arado and such were using, those were the elite grunts.
Oh wait, is that the unit with dead beads around him that he basically makes circlets and attack you with?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, Burgel. I usually call them Burgelmir, but yeah, I follow you. They were a pain to kill, and there were so many of them.
Yeah. Oh, well, the Aurgelmir is what you get when you use machine cells on an Astrana gun.
Mother mercy.
In fact, the strongest attack of that particular unit is the Astrana gun clawing its way out of the machine and shooting you.
The Estrada gun comes out of the machine?
Yeah. I'll grab a clip.
That sounds awkward. Is that the Infinity Cylinder?
No, it's one of the weaker things still, I think.
It's interesting that rips you out from reality is a weaker thing. Now you're scaring the shit out of me, sir.
And now the attack it uses isn't the Infinity Skill that whole thing.
Damn. Oh, man, this is nuts. You're gonna have to show me a video of that. I'm sort of curious.
Was already hunting it. And yes, the pilot of that thing is Sophia Magus. That scientist Zaga tries to rescue.
Yeah. Oh wait, I get it. You're speaking about the ad game of Alpha Gaiden right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that boss gave me a hard time.
Unfortunately, it never shows up in OG because, well, they skipped the part of the Alpha 1 plotline it needed to exist. Thankfully.
Yeah, well, I get the feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alpha Gaiden basically deals after the conflict that happened in the Seed Memory Empire. The huge shockwave of what they murdered is being sent around the universe. It's about to crash on it, right?
Not quite. Alpha Gaiden is a side path compared to Alpha 1, 2, and 3. The official canon timeline is Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, and Gaiden was a potential alternative to Alpha 2. In fact, in Alpha 2 they even made comments about how things didn't happen. Stopped from happening. Alpha Gaiden has a time jump part to it.
Gotcha. Well, you do travel in time into the
Forward in time, yes.
yeah, turning Gundam worlds or Gundam X.
And Mazin Kaiser was patiently waiting to leave the Earth for Koji to come back.
No wonder he grew a split personality that was zero in the next game.
No, that's a different incarnation of the plotline, but yeah.
I missed it a bit.
The fun part is we probably wouldn't even have Mazin Kaiser if it wasn't for Super Robot Wars.
My first introduction to them was basically Judgment for me. I was like, what the
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, it's a game original.
Mrs. Kaiser?
Yeah.
Whoa.
PlayStation 1 era.
Would have never figured out.
Super Robot Wars F Final. Considering the original Mazinger was struggling compared to Great Mazinger and Grandizer, well, they basically had someone. What happens if we toss enough Geta Rays on the poor thing?
What could go wrong?
Hello, Mazin Kaiser. And avoid the bringing out the effectively, well, Mazin Kaiser the Great.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I'm not objecting, but it's been a while since I pulled that trick. At least Great Zio Reimer in Judgment had the line art somewhere.
The Great had LiDAR somewhere?
Great Zio Reimer.
Oh. Zero Reimer. Zero
That
Reimer.
thing never existed in its own universe.
It's so busted though.
It's literally a god of destruction.
Little bridled. Go ahead.
I think. Well, technically most of that cast was, well, very destruction oriented, shall we say.
Yeah, no, that was retarded. I hate you, Mizaki. Why? Because the guy that created you is a muscle. Well, that doesn't say much. Poor Mizaki got thrown to the left and right.
Oh yeah, the pit of Granzon.
The what?
The map you're currently playing on. Yeah, we expected the monster to come out of the gate or something.
Oh, that was the mission right before that, and I didn't have enough place to put into Grandson because I wanted the whole my team to be complete. And I still regret that because I usually use a Grandson on every map and occasion I can. It's a lovely mech.
It's a monster. And it's somewhat hard to kill. I mean, its own barrier reduces damage by 50% by default. Its ace bonus reduces 20% damage of anything that isn't point blank melee.
Yep.
Oh yes, and we can upgrade into the Neo Grande.
Mahakara.
Yes.
Let me refill all my energy, let me refill all my ammo, and just go nuts.
I think Mahakara might be something from Hindu mythology or something.
Oh, it makes sense. The Hindu reincarnation?
Something like that, I think. Sounds like something from that language anyway.
Yep, shoot him. Alright, so... How much HP do you have? Don't know yet? Alright, let's work on that then.
I do kind of wonder how broken or how dangerous stuff is going to be in Voyage, considering we can teach every single pilot about 30 different skills. Makes me wonder what we're going to need them for.
You can what?
Oh, you know the little list of pilot skills like telekinesis, invite, attacker? Well, apparently in Voyage you have about 30 slots.
Oh yes, that's what you need.
For a pilot.
Yeah, and I did came forward to Bao say, dude, I will be experimenting after subsequent playthrough on how godly can I make the Zero.
Sounds like that's something I heard about a hero's voice actor, actually. Supposedly, whenever he gets a Super Robot Wars game, he tries to solo with his hero. One moment.
Oh yeah, speaking of Koji, seeing as he'll be piloting Zero, I was hoping they would have updated his sprite to look something more like in the manga where he has Zero. I wished. Also, while I am at it, there is... Yeah, it's that bitch, I remember you. We'll go there. Let's see real quick. It is in... Not the overlay. Voice. Vents, is there a way for me to... Echo cancel, yes, automatic heat control, yes. Ugh. I swear, Ravage, I'm gonna have to ask you to shout sometime, and I'm sorry for that. Soon, no. Soon it'll be fixed. Also, poor Vogue. Forced to fight against his beloved. Oh well, not my problem. I have no problem with that. Oregon Buster Cannon. Well, that's gonna be nasty if I do that. You have... are you with your tolerable range? Nah, it's still too high. Organite Buster! Granted! Let's go, mother! Soup, soup! Poke is successful, people. The poke is successful. Such a badass attack. Takes a while, but the damage is also shitty. Why? Well, because protagonist. Let's go to ya! And he runs before I can murder him next run. Well, next run. Next move with Calvina. And that's it. Everybody's dead. You know, guys, you would think they would automatically move to the objective. And I've won. Oh yeah, no, let's suspend the captain because he took the good idea and basically also I'll leave safely. Yeah, you fucking make sense, Miles. Well guys, that was mission 38, where we basically bodied the fucking Rocks army. On the next missions, we'll be reinstating Ginto and we'll be marching upon those Space Hoboes territory and ripping their skulls off. Now if you excuse me, I'll be taking a very brief little break, change my game, prepare that footage to be edited, and then we'll be heading into the world of Blaze Blue. Hope you'll like that. Later, dudes, and by later I mean 5 minutes, dudes! Boop!